Panaunda, folks. Hi everybody. My name is Morus-Baird and I'm just going to share this little live video about my up and coming Cacao Ceremony and Dance that's going to happen on Sunday the 8th of May in Machynlleth during the day, 11 till 3. So the reason I'm doing this video is because there's a few people have asked me about this, about the dancing aspect, I suppose, which, yeah, it's quite hard to know how to name this event, really, because they've said, oh, I'm not much of a dancer, or do you have to dance, or, you know, so I wanted to clarify that, really, because, you know, it's a space with music and ceremony and dancing, and also it's not, you know, essentially the way I design this this space is it's a therapeutic space, really, and in that I mean that it's a space that there's a possibility to be vulnerable. So I looked up what the root of the word vulnerable meant, and in Latin it means to wound. So, you know, we walk around, we carry a lot of wounds. It's really normal. And then in that way, the wounds, we hide them. So we don't want people to see them. We you know, we want to escape. We feel shame. We feel all kinds of things, you know, we want to run away. And that's fine. We have to get on with our everyday lives. We have to exist and survive in this world. But we, you know, we don't necessarily want to be like that all the time. So when there's a space where we can show a little bit of our vulnerability, it can be really magical. It can really shift things for us. And especially if we see other people be vulnerable. So I've been to a lot of spaces like this where I've been really guarded and really felt really constricted. And I've seen people be vulnerable. I've seen people cry and share and that part of me that if that was me would be really hidden and really not wanting to show myself, starts feeling safer to go, oh, maybe it's okay to be sad or to be in pain or to be angry or to be all of these different things that feels difficult in the body, because that person over there seems to be all right with it. So it softens me. And then that can have a really amazing effect in a group where people soften to their own wounds and vulnerabilities and allow themselves to be seen, allow these parts of us that are really deeply hidden, deeply in pain, to be seen. So yeah, that's what I do in this space, and it's not always like that, and you can come and have a party and dance and all of the, you know, those things, and it's a lot of fun. And if you want to, you can really explore and inquire into those, you know, places that feel a bit deeper. And there's ritual, you know, so the cacao that I make is very, very different to going to a cafe and having a hot chocolate, you know. So it comes from the seed, from the way it's grown, the soil it's grown in, to the, when it touches our lips, there's a process of love and devotion, and then the way, you know, you interact with it. It's not yeah, it has meaning. So it has depth and meaning, and that can help us to drop into those spaces that are a little bit more meaningful. There's an altar that I build, a big one. You can see I've got my altar here, but it really anchors the energy, and there's lots of items on there that have a lot of meaning that can really bring us into a different space. And then there's the music, which I make a mix, and I choose lots of different kinds of music. So some really dreamy, some stuff that's got a lot of beats that feels quite sort of drummy, and then other stuff that's very fun and really kind of light. So there's a real journey of the music, but again, there's no expectation at all to dance. Some people come into the space and literally sit there. There's snuggly areas, sit there and just be for the whole time, and that's what they, you know, that's what they need. There's also divination tools. So anyone who knows me knows I work with tarot and with other divination tools. I really love these, the way tarot and these cards can help us when we have questions, when we are a little bit confused, when we want to know answers, when we're oh, you know, help. It can kind of break through the way that we often go, you know, when we're like mind orientated, we try and work everything out, and like it can be a little like breath of fresh air. It's like, oh, why don't you think about it like this instead? And having that kind of the divination in the space feels like it really works. It's a real alchemy with design. And then, yeah, the community of people that come, you know, you might not know, you might not have met these people in this particular space. And like I said, you can feel really connected and close to people when you show yourself and know that it's safe. No one's going to judge you, or people really accept you and accept you, all of you. And that can be, make you feel really connected and close to people. So yeah, it's a community. It's awesome. So if you're curious about this event, or you want to know more, if you want to come, just get in touch. I feel really passionate about these spaces. These kinds of spaces have really helped me. You know, I was a person who was very constricted and fearful, and needed a lot of help and support to feel safe enough to show parts of myself. So I know it's really worked for me to be able to like be in a different orientation in my body. Yeah, so I feel passionate about creating these spaces now for others. So thank you if you're still here listening. Diolch yn fawr iawn.